Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of Skylanders Spyro's Adventure carryover Locke in the channel. Not Spyro's Adventure specifically, because the whole art of a carryover lock is that whatever Skylanders are remaining at the end of a lock for a specific game, they get carried over into the lock for the next game. In every game we get to introduce one new Skylander per element, and these Skylanders are chosen at random. In this case we have a random cast of 8 for Spyro's Adventure, where one of them has been defeated already, Ghost Roaster. At least he went down fighting, but he went down all the same, and when a Skylander is defeated, their class is dead and cannot be used throughout the remainder of the entirety of the series. So Ghost Roaster, all of those future badass moments that we were about to experience with him, they're all gone, flushed down the toilet alongside his death, which was caused not by Spyro's Adventure's jankiness, which you think it would be because this game has jank written all over it, but instead it was by my foolishness because I did not push the be good at the video game button. I failed on every conceivable level and Ghost Roaster suffered for it. I have deep regret over that, but fortunately Igknight did not suffer the same fate when he tackled Lava Lake's Railway, which was awesome. Yeah, he's still around now, so that means that he has potential to be carried on throughout the entirety of the series moving forward. He could get past Giants, he could get past Swap Force, Trap Team, Superchargers. Who knows, he could even be alive at the end of Imaginators yet. Any one of these characters can, and that is what is exciting for this carry-on lock moving forward. We get to see which Skylanders can make it from the beginning to the very end. So we have to unlock the gate to the vault in a pretty simple objective and that means, first of all, switch out for the air element, because as per regular lock rules, whenever an element of the area pops up, I must switch out for Skylander, cross one for the element, and I cannot switch out until the element of the area has changed once more. Ah yes, we have epic Quicksilver Vault music. I've pretty much said this about every level so far, because the music in every level has been epic so far. Yeah, Quicksilver Vault. The music here truly is some of the best, as are the visuals. Like seriously, this level is so aesthetically beautiful with the blue lava. It's a really nice, sharp in colour contrast. Which frankly, this looks like something that came out of Superchargers, so this level was ahead of its time, graphically speaking. There we go, let's take out that fool right there. Thinking he can take on me, well he was wrong, he cannot take me on. Boom, we got him! We even got the little technical things right there, obviously for Archean enemies, because these are the Archean inspired levels. Okay, cool, let's grab that and then destroy the last fella right there, because now that we have a key we can unlock these gates right round here, baby, right round. It's kind of like a record player because it goes right round, round, round. Funny thing is that I much prefer Ghost Roaster over Tornado, and yet Tornado is the one who lives and gets to carry on. It's so not fair! So far, Tornado has proven himself as a better Skylander than Ghost Roaster, which are words that I never thought would leave my mouth, and yet here we are. Okay, cool, he's out of here, and we can even unlock the gate with the very same key that we grabbed earlier. Rather convenient having grabbed that key earlier, it was very convenient indeed. Okay, these guys really need more tornadoes to the face, can't you tell? This is what they've been asking for, more tornadoes to the face, and I accidentally ate that food when I did not need to. Let's get this soul gem so that then it's not in the way whilst we try to defeat this Ultron, because it's going to be a lot harder to defeat him whilst the soul gem is in the way. However, we will not be previewing the Wrecking Ball, as he is my least favourite Skylander, so I wouldn't dare tarnish the quality of this episode by taking a look at the piece of trash that is Wrecking Ball. Okay, this guy has got to go, man. He has got to go. Why aren't you going anywhere? Okay, cool. He's out of here, and we were able to avoid his attacks by spinning straight out of the way. Tornado luckily has that speed factor going forward. Very useful being dismaneuverable around the battlefield. Very useful it is indeed. And there's Magic Spell Punk, which we are going to destroy. We're going to destroy it, and we're going to destroy it hard. There we go, he is out of here! Okay, let's open that up because I can. Or not, I guess. Why don't you guys just stay still and die so I can open up this chest at long last? Not that I even need the treasure from within, because Tornado is one of my characters within this carryon lock that's already been maxed out. As you can see from his treasure count right now, these NFC chips cannot store physically more than 65,000 gold, hence why they are capped at that value specifically. No other value specifically, just that value specifically. Okay, here we go. I'm looking forward to when we eventually unlock like Tornado, if Tornado makes it as far as Swap Force, because that Tornado is down the far superior pathway, so I'll be able to finally enjoy this character a lot more. Ow! But at this rate, he's not even going to make it that far. Man, I'm making the same mistakes as what I did with Ghost Roaster, so I really need to, like, you know, stop doing that. There we go, he's dead at long last and the teleporter has been unlocked. So let's get out of here, because luckily the air element isn't going to last much longer, so we can get out of here and switch out to whatever element will be corresponding with next. Yeah, that's great, Weapon Master. If I could, I would be skipping over your completely unnecessary deep stew right now, but unfortunately the skip button does not seem to want to work. It's rather tragic actually, and I'm not a big fan. But man, Undead is going to have a rough go of it throughout this entire series, because Undead also has to tackle Wolfgang and Trap Team, which means that a ton of Undead characters are no doubt going to be lost there as well. We already lost our first Undead character, and Undead also needs to make it through Giants, which is easy said and done, but luckily for us, Undead doesn't have too many particularly difficult sections in Giants. And now we get to switch over to a magic element, so Voodood shall be placed upon the Port of Power, as he is our magic representative. Yeah, I'm trying to think what elements have the toughest section in Giants for Water element. Water have so many tough sections during the Archean trilogy. But luckily for us, we are playing as one of the most busted water characters out there, Zap. In fact, I would argue that Zap is the most busted character from those first two games of the water element. Moving past that, the only characters who really come close to Zap's overpoweredness are characters like Freeze Blade is definitely up there. Who else? I mean, the Snapshot and Lobstar are certainly good, but that's just because all the Trapmasters are good, so when you compare them to the other Trapmasters, Snapshot does hold his own, but Lobstar is one of the weaker Trapmasters, unfortunately. I suppose Deep Dive Gilbrand could definitely be classed as a top tier character, and luckily for Imaginators they have Tide Pool, so yeah, water does get pretty busted from Giants onwards. Zap is no longer the best water character when you take into account Tide Pool. Okay, let's get that pushed into place, or at least not the most overpowered character. I do think Zap is still better than Tide Pool though, because he is my favourite water Skylander, with Tide Pool being my second favourite water Skylander. I find it funny how water has been like so abundant in this series. Even when we're not playing as our water representative, Zap, we're still talking about him. Like, geez, Voodood is currently on screen right now, we're not even talking about him. That must be so insulting. And yet, here I am, 0 fucks are being given right now. 0, I tell you. Okay, let's get that pushed into place, then we can push you. And then we can get you out of here also. 3 simple puzzles to unlock all of the locks on the vault, but that's okay because it means that we should be able to get through this relatively easy. Hopefully, Voodood being level 6 won't be what is the end of him, because him being slightly under level means that he does have less health to go around. So like I say, as long as we're careful, then it's not going to matter how much less health he has. And he does at least have all of his upgrades, so we can defeat enemies with more ease than we would so otherwise. Okay, let's get that into place, and just like that, we have completed the very last puzzle required to unlock the vault.
The vault has been opened.
The Quicksilver Shadow. Oh my! After we hit the teleporter, of course, and after we defeat our way through more hordes of enemies, because apparently we haven't seen enough enemies already. Okay, I meant to grab that pizza, but apparently the game said no. Man, my gameplay is just so off today. And yet I thought it was a good idea to record this entire thing in one sitting. At least my gameplay is consistent. Consistently bad, that is. Cool, get them out of here. Okay, let's zip on over and then finish him off. Sweet! Oh, you guys thought you stood a chance? Well, you thought wrong. That was very satisfying. I quite enjoyed that, actually. Boom! One kill. One shot kill. This is great. 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 Great, great. Okay, let's set up a magic trip wire. Let's set up another one and another one. That was for a wrong attack button. I meant to zip line there. This is once again me getting the controls mixed up because obviously in the later games the B button is the zip line button, but here obviously the B button is the special attack button because this is Spyro's Adventure as opposed to one of the latter 4 games where the controls were obviously mixed up to compensate for the need of a jump button. But there it is, the Quicksilver itself. It is magnificent.
The Quicksilver.
Man, what a level. We didn't even get through it in under 6 minutes 43, but why would you rush a level that is so much perfection all at once? So now we have another cutscene to skip over. Luckily that time I could, in fact, push the best button of the video game, the skip button. We got that cutscene immediately out of here, and now we have Hugo explaining to us once again about the next Eternal Source. We need Magic Eternal Source.
Well, of course he did. Please.
Yes, of course he did.
It's the final source we need to rebuild the core of light.
Yes, let's get that core of light rebuilt so that then we have it ready for superchargers, where even the core of light can carry over into the future games.
I thought it all disappeared.
In some ways, yes. But in others, we have always been...
Oh, thanks for that. Like, that's going to make things any less confusing, Weapon Master. But man, this guy is so cool. Imagine how cool he would have been as a Skylander figure. Though he was planned as his own Skylander figure at one point, but obviously, after we got a prototype figurine, we never saw anything past that for a development of a playable character for the Weapon Master. So instead, he's here as an NPC. Perhaps they had made his model already for the game, but, you know, after they decided to maybe cut his gameplay for some reason or another, they turned it into an NPC instead, rather than wasting the model. There's all sorts of things that could have gone down behind the scenes that obviously we will never know about because these are completely confidential, or this whole scenario here is completely confidential information, could go as far to say. We know so little about the development of most games because the development of games is kept under wraps. I had to do a project once where we looked into the pre-production of a game, and so we were allowed to choose which game we were to look into, but unfortunately, like, for games that a lot of people chose for the course were games that just didn't have a lot of information out there about the pre-development. I chose a game instead that was recommended by my tutor, that being The Last of Us, because The Last of Us has so much information out there about its pre-development, so I chose that game, and I got a distinction on that assignment. It was my first ever distinction on a college assignment. Because I had so much information to digest about the pre-development of Last of Us. And this was after I played it on PlayStation 3 for the first time. I've told you already in this series about my first ever playthrough on the PlayStation 3 for The Last of Us. Then I made this pre-production project. Then I got the game on the PlayStation 4 after having looked into its pre-development. So all those factors combined is really what made my later playthroughs of the game so good. It's why I'm now so incredibly fond of the game. The first Last of Us is one of my favourite games of all time. That is how much of a pedestal I put that game upon. After all, its story is pretty much what I would describe as perfection. There are a few other gaming stories that come to the level of Last of Us Part 1's like absolute perfection. Okay, cool, those fellas are being dealt with slowly but surely. Fantastic. Get him out of here, man, get him out of here. But yes, you can see now why I don't really do Locke's Spyro's Adventure, because we're here, second to last level, with 7 characters remaining. Locks for this game aren't worth tackling because they're just far too easy to get through. You know already what the outcome is going to be, because the outcome is most likely going to be a success. At most you'll lose 1 or 2 characters, so long as you're a competent enough player. We're about to see how competent I am as to whether I lose any more than Ghost Roast, which I've lost already. yes, that's generally how Spice Adventure looks go. In fact, this is the first ever Spice Adventure look I'm doing it on the channel, besides when I used to film looks with a phone. This is the first ever one I'm recording of Spice Adventure with a capture card, is basically what I'm going as far to say here. And I must admit, this is smooth. I'm really enjoying this experience. Why else do you reckon I'm getting through this whole game in one sitting today? It's convenient for me time-wise, but it's also just so much fun. Like, I would have stopped ages ago if I had stopped having fun, but that's just not how this game works. The game is totally doable in one sitting, which is what I'm proving to us all now by recording this in one sitting. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to record all the other games in one sitting, especially longer ones like Sword Force and Superchargers. I probably will be able to do Trap Team in one sitting as well because it's short and it's so much fun. Same with Imaginators, but the problem with Imaginators is that because I'm tackling every single level in the franchise, that does include a magic round from Imaginators, so I'm going to have to suffer through those as well, which is going to make the experience so much more painful, especially when it comes to rounds like that of the magic round. As we know, I have a strong disdain for that level. I hate it with every fibre of my being. I couldn't hate a level anymore if I tried. Like that, my level of hatred for that level is so above my hatred for anything else that it's unfathomable, truly, how much I hate this level. I wouldn't wish that level upon my own worst enemy. So if I was to torture someone to get information, I would force them to play that level on loop. That would instantly bring out whatever information I need, because that would be true torture. I have to play through the magic round again and again and again and again and again. To add cherry atop, I would play the music for Easy Street on loop in the background, so it would just be like the magic round. Playing through that on loop in Imaginators. Doing all that with Easy Street in the background. How unbearable that would be. I've just described an awful scenario to where anyone who is withholding information that I want, they will not be withholding it for long, that is for sure. You know, they will do anything to end that cycle, probably before they even beat Magic Round for the first time. Like, I doubt they could even get through the level once, let alone experiencing it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Man, all the lava here is very aesthetically pleasing. I mean, admittedly, this is a good level. The only bad thing about it is this arcane section, which brings the pace into an absolute crawl. But apart from that, it's well designed. It's a fun level to traverse, and it's got really interesting infrastructure to basically distinguish it much more from other levels in this game. Because the problem with this game is that a lot of the levels do kind of mesh together due to the similar theming and music choices. So yeah, because of that, less of the game is left to stand out because it all just amalgamates together for me at times. Unlike levels like this that kind of stand out because they are so much more unique to what the rest of the game has to offer. Usually this is the second to last level of the game, so they really do go out with a bang on this one. Obviously for our playthrough, it's not going to be the second to last level because we're going to tackle the adventure pack levels, all 4 of them. We're going to do that for the next episode. So yeah, that's going to prolong things a little bit before, obviously, for the final episode of Spice Adventure, we will be, obviously, taking it on for final Chaos Boss fight, as well as for level preceding it. Wow, this is just, it is really, really tough. Take that guy down. I have no idea how I managed it. Like, wow. What a fight, that right there. What a fight. Anyway, can this arcane robot please hurry the fuck up? It's taking its sweet time, isn't it? And that, my friends, is what unfortunately brings the pacing of this level to an absolute crawl. Anyway, I'm going to readjust myself on this seat right now. Not that it is uncomfortable, far from it. It's so much better than my previous chair. And it's black and white. Not even black and white, it's black and red. Apparently I've gone colourblind. It's black and red to match the channel aesthetics. Now all I need is a red headset, and we'll be there for the red branding of the channel. Just red everywhere. When in doubt, throw in some red. That's my philosophy when designing branding for a channel, pretty much. Wherever in doubt, throw in some red. After all, Optimus Prime is red. Ignitor is red. Smolder Dash is almost red.
3 switches must be activated in smaller vaults. These vaults will require a security key card. You will find the security key card somewhere in the lower level of our temple.
Well, it sure is convenient that Weapon Master has kind of just laid all of this out for us. Like, honestly, what would we do without him, like, explicitly stating exactly what it is what we need to do? So, air is strongly here. It's time for the Night of Tornado!
Stronger in this zone.
Again, not my favourite character, but we'll just have to deal with it, won't we? Okay, cool. They're all, well, dead more or less. And now there's these guys. Why wouldn't there be these guys, right? Luckily for me, all of their attacks I can pretty much outmaneuver every last one of them with absolute ease. Get out of here, boy. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Everyone, get out of here. Okay, sweet. They're all out of here, man. Oh, yep, there it is.
Skylanders of the magic element are stronger in this
Okay, let's switch out for Voodood. Oh, these enemies are so screwed now. In fact, we can even collect Voodood's soul gem in this level, so we can preview Voodood after Voodood cycles out the soul of Voodood. Is Voodooception, which I'm absolutely okay with. Boom! Take him out right there. And we level up for good measure. Don't mind if we do. Do not mind if we do at all. Now we don't need to worry about tackling any of the optional stuff in this level. So the air elements gate, for example, we are purely bothered about getting from point A to point B here. Hey! What are you attacking me for? That's a bit interesting. Okay, sweet, and they are out of here, so let's grab the key card, which we so desperately need.
Security card.
Thank you, Weapon Master. That was kind of abundantly clear though, because you already showed me what it was we needed. And I went there and got it. You don't need to tell me a second time, after I got what I need, that I did in fact get what I need. Okay, so there is the very soul gem I've been alluding to. We can zip line straight into it, as we get the soul gem for Voodood. As Voodood, as per the norm, as we do in these situations, we're absolutely going to be previewing this guy. And he has a really awesome soul gem animation right there. That was really detailed and neat. Oh yeah, those guys didn't stand a chance now, did they? That was very satisfying. For the soul gem has now been found for an elite character, no less. And I mean that quite literally, so if this guy manages to make it all the way up to superchargers, then we get to upgrade to his elite form. Okay, those guys are out of here. Boom! There we go. Okay, I've got to try and stay back from these guys' attacks because they can very easily overwhelm us and obliterate our health bar, turn it into pulp. Oh, well, he's gone. Luckily for us, we can do the same thing to them. There we go, he's dead. Let's get that flipped and then get out of the way of the rockets already, because those rockets, they terrify me. Okay, there we go. That is in place, so we can now visit each of the smaller vaults. Yes, let's do that. Let's do exactly just that, which Vault Master has explained for us to do, or Weapons Master even. Where did I get Vault Master from? I mean, he did kind of talk us through these vault systems, because we are effectively viewing Archean vaults to find the source we're after. Ooh, yay, some food. Not that Voodood was in desperate need of it. He already had enough health as it is. And it's not like these enemies stand much of a chance at depleting Voodoo's health, because he's too busy defeating them before they have any chance of even, like, dealing much damage to him. In fact, that guy was so intimidated by Voodoo's presence that he just gone ahead and committed Sudoku. I didn't even have a chance to defeat him, because he had already defeated himself. I love this character. Okay, this guy... At first I was concerned, how on earth is he going to get through 4 games after this to get all the way up to superchargers for his elite form? I think based on the gameplay we've seen so far in this series, he should make it to superchargers no problem. The game would have to try very, very hard to get rid of this guy. And unfortunately for the game, when it comes to being try hard, I try harder. Yeah, let's gather that treasure right there, don't mind if we do. And we've come in swinging right there. That's the third and final one. So at last we can finally gather that eternal magic source. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get her done. Oh boy, I'm pumped for this, because after having guarded the eternal magic source, we can then tackle the 4 adventure pack levels, and then we can defeat Chaos and be done with the very first recording session of the Skylanders carryover lock. Then obviously I can determine what our cast will be for the Giants portion of the lock, whereas we add 1 new Skylander to every single element, and yes, that can include Giants. Giants will be in the lineup for random lane pickers, but it will only have a 1 in 5 shot for every element. So let's press the A button and get back to Ruins, where after a couple of cutscenes we can obviously conclude the episode. This has certainly been the shortest one so far, because we've only tackled 2 short levels and 2 short levels at that. Well, we've only tackled 2 levels and 2 short levels at that, I should go as far to say. But all of this, we're going to skip it. Okay, so we're done with that cutscene for now, and I will obviously be seeing you a week from now, where we're going to tackle all 4 adventure pack levels. But to see us through until then, we have an outro to roll itself out. Without further ado, I cannot, in good conscience, end off this video without first thanking all of my incredible channel members whose continued support help make these videos possible. Without them, these videos would be near impossible to make, so from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate every last one of them. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, there are plenty of options on screen now to explore, and please consider subscribing to keep up to date with all my content. On that note, this video is coming to an end, so thank you so much as always for watching. Until the next video arises, peace!